Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Fat Tony here, and today we are going to redesigning my Springfield. Yes, obviously this is our Let's Play account. Not actually been on it for a while in terms of recording wise. But yeah, so I thought, why not? Let's just start designing the Springfield. It is much needed, and I thought, may as well start a new series from it, essentially. But yeah, obviously, these will be more or less like early game designs. It's nothing like too advanced. But obviously, if you want nice, cheap designs, then obviously here is the place to be. Now, I have spent a lot of my money, but I've still got quite a lot left. So yeah, I feel like today we'll start off with the Evergreen Terrace. I believe that's the only best way to start, really. I don't want to go give myself too big of a garden because obviously, I don't actually have much space in my Springfield. Obviously, I do have the money to buy the land, but I don't actually have much to go off and much room, if that makes sense. And as well, obviously, with it being early game, I don't obviously want to give myself too much. How do I put it? Too much like too big of a room. Obviously, because obviously early game that costs a lot of cash. Obviously, to start off with, and I do have a few fences to start us off. Now, do I like them facing that way? Should cancel that down, isn't it? Believe so. Let me just store them a second. Individual. But yeah, I thought may as well start off with a new series. Obviously, just with just some tips of designing. But yeah, so why not? Like I said, why not just start off with one of the most basic ones? Now, it's just the bows on the fence. They're gonna be going anyway, aren't they? So I feel like just doing it that way. I'm having an absolute mad to start off with, aren't I? Yeah, I don't really care about the bows, so I'll do it that way. See, like I said, I don't want to give myself too much of a sort of big start, essentially. But yeah, I'll get putting out the fences now. Just obviously just the divide gardens. It's just obviously a quick start to it. Now, can I go? Oh no, right, I'll turn them that way. But yeah, I don't know how far across to go. So these are going to be quite long, but short width, essentially. Starting off with. Do I want to do it like that? Yeah, why not? Hopefully it just lines up. And it has done. That'll be for the next garden there. Obviously I don't like the look of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove them ones. I believe. Although I could take it one over actually. So about there. Just because then it looks a bit better. Doesn't look as cramped. That side is fine. So yeah, let's get finishing off the fences there. Obviously, in terms of fences to choose from, you can use the white ones, but obviously they cost donuts. Now, if you did play the Hard Nights Play event, then obviously you do have access to the half-painted fences. I won't be putting them ones into my Springfield because I don't like, obviously, them being half-painted. And that'll do there. It's just really rough. I don't even like that coming down. So what I'm going to do... Oh, it's halfway. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to not sell them because they're quite important. So this is just... I'm basically winging a design here, essentially. So what I'll do is... I don't mind it coming down to there, like that. That looks a little better. And I'm just hoping that Homer's car could fit there. I do have Homer's car. Now I will have to track it down. What would that even be under? That's monorail. So it won't be under that. Maybe miscellaneous? No, that's not miscellaneous. Where is it? That's crystal. Why am I pressing that? Group storage. Maybe is it in group storage? No. Wow, this is just... oh, miscellaneous right there. Miscellany. That's really just a rough estimate. I will put the crap silo in the back garden, though. It's quite big, isn't it? Jesus. It can go there. Just because it's quite thingy layout, isn't it? What's the word? It's quite realistic because obviously in the Simpsons movie, the crap silo did actually go in the back garden before Homer obviously did then bin it off. Now, where is his car? That's what I just want. Have I gone past it? It's got to be in this bit, hasn't it? I swear I do have his car. Homer's car. Come on. I'm not going crazy, I swear. Oh, it's right there. I went past it. Oh, I'm going to have to do the glitch to get it onto the road. So for now, we'll essentially just put it there. It is going to go here. But yeah, it can't fit right there at the moment. We'll then also put Barch Treehouse in. Now where are the natures? There we go. It should be under nature, I believe. Although I don't actually see it. Have I gone past it? No, I haven't. I'll go to characters. Okay, I'm all the way at the end where these characters don't actually have buildings, which is not what you want to see. Have I just gone past that? The treehouse. I have as well. Good job, I reconsidered. Now, the treehouse is normally around about over there. It's going to get covered a little bit. I don't mind that, I guess. Obviously, I'll also add in Homer's hammock, which is normally around about on this left-hand side of the garden. Actually, what I'll do is, just to hide that, I'll put the crop sale over there. So yeah, I'll get Homer's hammock up now. So that'll be in the nature section. So yeah, I am giving like a detailed explanation in what I'm doing. Do I even... I should have Homer's hammock. It's part of the original start. Part of the... What's the word? I'll try it through this. So I do have a lot of stuff in the game. It's actually in the tutorial though at the start of the game, isn't it? There we go, Homer's hammock. And we'll put it facing that way and we'll put it there. That'll do for now. Kiddie's pool I could add in, but I'll leave that for now. And I'll get Flanders' house. Just so we can start, obviously, just detailing the Evergreen Terrace. Now, I'll give it a bit of a room there. Obviously, it just looks like the fence is connected either way. And, yeah, obviously, it's quite a good little start there. But, yeah, obviously keep going. Now, back to the fences. Obviously, we want the picket fences. Just to obviously start. Obviously, the layout of this garden as well. So, I'm running out of fences. But we'll buy more if needed. So, yeah, I don't know how big to actually do his garden. Do I do it to that bit of the house? Is there going to be a little gap? Yes, there is. So essentially, it's going to have to just come out a tiny bit more. That'll do, I believe. Hopefully, it's not in the middle of a fence and it's actually just bang on. No, so it's going to have to be to there, which is a bit annoying, but it'll do. Now, I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to pick this up without moving anything else, but we'll attempt it. Oh, of course, it's going to take Flanders' house, so we'll do it to there. And then we'll just pick these ones up. Oh, of course, it has to go that way. Do not go forward. And we got it, luckily. So yeah, that is Flanders' house. Now, moving it that way does ruin it. Although, having it like that essentially does then cover it, I believe. So let's just attempt to move this. There we go. And that's how we wanted it in the first place. I'll leave that overhanging, just so then I know where to start the next house. Obviously, this one's a bit smaller. Now, I believe, obviously, with it being Ned Flanders, essentially what he is, he has a nice, neat garden. I'll also put some swings in for Rod and Todd. Let's just see what sort of... It's hard to see what I've got, really, because it's like the flowers and everything are all covered by snow, so it's not the best of what I want. It's a bit annoying, so I wish the snow would just go away at this point. Let's see. What would Ned Flanders have in his garden? Maybe they'd obviously buy some decorations. Just have a quick check through here. Seesaw for Rod and Todd, maybe? We'll put one of them in, I reckon. Put it right next to the Simpsons house. Don't know what else they'd have. Obviously, some form of flowers. So we'll have to go to the store to buy some. So let's just quickly do that now. Let's have a look through it. I believe he'd have, and they do cost donuts, but he would have some of these like flower planters. However, the only issue is I've got things like, and I can't actually see how they would look, which is the only annoying thing. There. You know what? I'm gonna spend quite a bit of donuts there. Just a nice row of flowers on the back line. We'll move Rod and Todd's swing a tiny bit more. I believe he'd also have a barbecue actually. I think quite a lot of donuts there. I'm running out of donuts. Let's see what we've got here. No, so it won't be nature. I forgot what I was even looking for. Oh yeah, barbecue. I feel like a nice barbecue for Ned Flanders. would be quite fitting in his garden. So he is. Just I don't know. It only seems right essentially. Homer's obviously we've all seen it. In I believe is it the movie that he builds the. Oh, I don't care about your dialogue. I believe it's in the movie where he actually builds the what's it my bobs? I forgot the name. The barbecue. Wow, I could not think. And if anyone has seen it, obviously it just looks horrendous. And he's like going, "Why doesn't mine look like that?" And he's just attacking the barbecue pit. For now, I'm gonna just leave Ned Flanders' house like that. Now, do I want a road that's gonna turn off anywhere? Essentially, I may do one there. I don't know. I just to go down here and just sort of make like a little block there. I'm just gonna move Homer's car for now. It can just go in the back garden for now, just so I know to move it into either onto it or onto the road. Essentially, we do want houses in front. Now, I don't have all the houses, and I will make it my goal to obviously then get some more for the estate. Do I actually have anyone else, like major? So we do have, obviously, the Van Houten's house. We've got some orange and pink houses. I'll put the orange house. I don't want a massive garden for the orange house, so I'll make them quite small. And do I want them quite attached? Now, if I did, then it'd be the opposite way around, just simply because that's going to bug me that a window will be covered. Right, I'll just put it there for now, and I'll see where the road actually leads out. I'll put it one, but then that's too big, I believe. Right, so it's going to be quite squished housing. I feel that's fairs, because they're not obviously great houses. No, and I don't want them taking a lot of my land up, so they won't have anything major. Although that does look too small. I don't actually like that. So, you know what? I wish that you could just put roads like halfway on things. I wish they weren't like clipped. Certain things, because I'd have it halfway, essentially there. Do I want the road there, or do I want to go for another house? Obviously we'll draw that bridge when we cross it. Do I want it like that, or do I want their house just a bit further back? I'll try it like this, just have a look. Oh yeah, that's fine, that is good enough for me. I'll also get the blue house, actually, I've just decided. Obviously, because they're all quite low houses. That one can cover the window, I don't actually care at that point. Although, you can just see the window, essentially. It's not much of a bother, though. And then I'll attach the road there, like that. But yeah, we'll add in the fences again. And we'll go from there, like we have been doing. So this probably will be a longish video. One of my more longer videos. But yeah, just designing. Just obviously, I'll also people leave some comments down below on what you'd want to see being designed, obviously in future videos. If I've got it on my Let's Play account, then I will go through it. But yeah, if you also want to leave any tips for myself, obviously when doing these designs, then yeah, you're more than welcome to leave one. Now, is that gonna line up there? I believe it will. If you've got any ideas as well, then obviously do drop us those ideas as well. It just means that obviously just looking to improve this Springfield, and it's a Let's Play series. It's just got to look nice for those that do watch the series. Now that's the garden's layout. I'm actually happy with that. That one's a bit bigger than the rest, but what can you do? Although I could probably try and move it. There's one moving it that way, even it out. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm happy with that. Where they are there. There's not much trees going, so I may just put trees in the back garden of these. Because you know you can't go wrong with trees. Now I don't know what colour trees I've got. I wish that it would just have like just some form of colour information, really. Because yeah, it's quite annoying. Obviously not knowing what trees they are. I'll just put just a few variety of them down. And it's annoying that I've got to then keep going back and forth to different trees. And I can't remember which ones I used. I believe I used... okay, I've only got one of them. I can have one of them trees. I normally do like to have just trees dotted around the Springfield. You know, it just looks nice. You know, having trees is quite beneficial on the game. It just looks a lot better. Is that the same tree? Okay, I just don't have the one with the lights there. But yeah, it just like when they're actually like got the leaves on them, it actually looks a lot better. Like, right now, it just looks awful. But obviously, we'll be waiting on that to come through. Essentially, that'll do for now on those ones. Yeah, let's see what other houses we've got. We could obviously build more of the thingy houses, obviously the orange ones and stuff like that. But for now, I won't be doing that. Now, technically, the crazy cat lady does live on Evergreen Terrace, so I'll put her building. Oh, where do I put her building actually? Because obviously it's quite run down essentially. And Elloarfur's just messaged me. Isn't that convenient? And do I want it that way? You know what? I will go with that way. So yeah. See what other houses we could put with that. We could put Nelson Muntz's house, because that's quite run down as well. We could have just a little rundown section of our Evergreen Terrace. Oh, I won't read that. I'll just skip through that. Did not mean to press on that. Let's just get the crazy cat lady there. Now, do I only do them as a two building? Then obviously she doesn't really have a back garden, does she? But I will build her one. Again, I won't give him too much of a back garden. That looks too small to me. Although I'm not really fussed about them having big gardens. Do I just move it over and have it quite closed up? Let's see what that would look like. Okay, I'll put it to there. And then I'll move it up a bit more, just so it's on the corner. And I believe that both of them are on the corner. No, I don't want new plopper. Yeah, both are on the corner there. Yeah, how big do I want this back garden? That's quite small. That is very small. But, you know, I'm not really that fussed. I don't think I'm going to use picket fences, actually. I'm actually going to make it look quite nice, even though it's a rundown section of the Springfield. No, I don't want that. I do have bushes that I want to use. I'm going to use the bushes, I believe. Just to add a bit different colour. So I don't want them all to have just orange picket fences, even though it does look alright. I'm just going to try with these for now. Can I go down that way? I may need to use a single one. So I can use a double one there. That one's not an issue. And then go from that bit. And then we'll need some single ones if I've got any. And I do. Some small hedges. So one there. And one finally there. So I don't mind them having little tiny ones. I just feel like the greenery just adds a bit of colour. And just obviously blocks off whatever they do have there. Maybe in the future I could extend it. Obviously by one. Just to give them a bit more room. But right now I'm not that fussed. Because obviously I'm trying to be as efficient as possible with room. Now, obviously, if you're in this boat where you don't have much room, so you try and manage your room as much as possible, and when you grow, just obviously adapt and change things. Obviously, you can then change the size of this, for example, make it a bit bigger. Now, I do have a bit more room than most. However, I want to be as efficient as possible and make it look as decent as possible. But yeah. I feel like I'm missing some bushes there. Just to separate the houses, really. I would make it to that, but then it's not going to look great. Although actually, I'm going to do it that way, and then I'll move over those bushes. Please don't be in the way. Yes, that's much better. There we go. We can actually see a bit of a back garden. That's that done there. Let's see what other houses we do have. No, I'm in the nature section looking through. Typical. What other houses do we have? We've got Snake's house, the Van Houten house, obviously Willie's shack. We do have the purple house and the brown house. You know what? I know the brown house technically is next door to the Simpsons house. However, I'd much rather have a similar looking houses to them two. And to me, that one is the closest thing to it. With the Van Houten house. Obviously, I will get more houses, and I will save the spots ready for those houses for the next one. Just why am I on businesses? That's not what I want. I want the Van Houten house, don't I? And then the brown house as well. So there's Mill House, just slot that there for now. And then we'll get the brown house out, which I believe I'm going to put it that way. And maybe get some more, just to make it look a bit like realism. Van Houten house. Obviously, I want to make it a bit bigger because I know that he does have stuff in the game. Now, do I actually have any of those stuff? I don't actually know. Let's have a quick look there. So it's like the mill. It's like slide and stuff and all that sort of stuff. Don't think I actually do. Go to the M section. Gone past it. I don't think I actually do. JKL. No, I do not. So essentially, we can't put anything in for his house there. So I'll just make the fences quickly on the brown house. Not the brown house. On the purple house. Or is it pink? I can't remember. I think it's pink. Either way. It's the same bloody colour. We'll make the fences go from there. So again, it's not going to be the major, obviously, size house. But that's good enough for a back garden. So yeah, that may have been cut off there. I did accidentally press get help. Obviously, I'll edit that out. So it kicked me off the application. Typical. So yeah, obviously, which I was about to say, essentially, the reason why I don't want to go too big a garden, because if you're just starting out, obviously, you don't have the room for just, obviously, going massive, stupid gardens. And essentially, having massive compounds for crappy houses, essentially, it doesn't obviously look great, and it doesn't make it realistic. That's what I'm looking for there. With that house, I don't even know what to put on. Oh, it is pink. It's pretty cool. With that house, yeah, they can have a holiday tree. You can just have a big Christmas tree. I'll sort that out. I'll remove that eventually. But that's all they're having for that back garden for now. Yeah. We'll carry on the road down that way, just so it's outside the brown house. And also, there will be another part to obviously completing the Evergreen Terrace, because obviously this is not finished at the moment. It's quite small, so just based off with what I've got. I'll have a quick look for some more houses, just quickly. If there's not any more, then yeah, that'll be just the end of the video really. We've got the Lovejoy residence. Now, would Reverend Lovejoy live on Evergreen Terrace in my eyes? He probably could. Surfson's house, that belongs somewhere else. Taylor's house belongs in a bit more of a poshy area. Yeah, I'll leave it like that for now, I believe. Obviously, just quickly, I'm just going to quickly buy some more brown houses and just have like a row of like 3 of them just together. Because sometimes in life you do obviously see some houses together. Now, we don't have any white houses. We will add some in over time. Don't want them to have major gardens because they're quite small in houses essentially. Let's just quickly add in the road. We'll make their gardens a tad bit bigger, just so then it doesn't look like just repetition. I don't know if there is a middle. That's 2 and that's don't be 3. Oh, it is as well. That's gonna be a pain, just on the eye. Again, actually, I think and just build them. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put some nice hedge around these ones. It does look a bit like repetition, essentially. But what can you do? I'll add this one in, and then I won't design the Van Houten house just yet. That can go into a later video. But yeah, obviously, like I did mention, this is just something quite easy for most people to obviously just set up in their town. And, you know, I don't want to like break everyone's budgets, essentially, in what they can afford to set up in the game, because I don't see a point really to do that. And obviously I hope it just helps with just giving you ideas to design. Now, why am I doing that? That's going to be a pain to even select. I'm just going to have to highlight. Oh, I don't care. Right, let me just get the bigger hedge out again. But yeah, so I just hope that it just gives some form of ideas, obviously, just designing wise. And just cheap ones. Obviously, if you've got a lot more money to work with and a lot more room, then obviously or more items as well that could potentially go into back gardens, then obviously do add that. So I'm not discrediting those ones that do have it. But like I said, obviously for me, I don't have much like decorations to add other than trees, and I can't even see what trees they are. And I don't have many houses like with Van Houten. Obviously, Milhouse's house, if anyone doesn't know who that is. I don't have like a slide or anything that I could potentially add in. I will obviously just make their gardens a tad bit bigger. I will set the road in as well, and it's going to come from there. And I'll just put it to there for now. But yeah, other than that, guys, that will be the end of the video so far. Let me know what you'd like me to design next. Obviously going further on with the Springfield town here. Obviously, we can do part 2 of the Evergreen Terrace next, if that is what everyone wants. Or, if you've got a different suggestion, then please do leave it down in the comments below, and I'll review it. And then I'll decide, obviously, from there. But if everyone wants a part 2 to this, then just, obviously, drop us a like. Do comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.